Good morning. So grateful for this week of prayer. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18 says, "Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all things, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you." And today, as we look to pray for family and friends, I'd like to focus on the need to also pray for our neighbors. And as we do, we can be confident that God hears our prayers. Psalm 17:6 says, "I call on you, my God, for you will answer me. Turn your ear to me and hear my prayer." And Psalm 138:3, "As soon as I pray, you answer me. You encourage me by giving me strength." Over the years, I've prayed for God to provide opportunities to meet new people and for the privilege to share the gospel. And He's answered by leading me to wonderful conversations with people at grocery stores, restaurants, and many other places. In these settings, unfortunately, I usually don't have very much time in getting to know them, and most of them I may never get to see again. But in other settings, I can take a much slower approach, like with my neighbors, because I'm more likely to see them on a regular basis. And through prayer and taking time to develop a genuine interest in their lives, I can get to know them in a much more personal way, and possibly even earn the privilege to meet their needs and to share with them. A little closer to home throughout the year, David and I pray for ways to love on our neighbors that live on our block. Sometimes it's simply collecting their mail when they're out of town, or bringing a plate of cookies to a new neighbor just moving in. Other times, David helps out with down tree limbs, snow shoveling, or even lends them his power tools. One of my favorite ways is blessing them at Christmas time. For the past 30 years, I've enjoyed making Christmas treats for them. And as David and I deliver their trays to each of their homes, we've been able to really get to know them and their families. And we've honestly come to really, truly love our neighbors. And this spring, I decided to leave my treadmill and started walking outdoors. And as I walk, I pray specifically that God would lead me to meet new neighbors. And oh, how He has answered that prayer. Honestly, all I've done is pray and walk. And okay, smile and wave and say hello to people I don't even know. And God has given me the joy of making new friends. One morning, I was invited by a woman to have coffee in her beautiful backyard. And another morning, a woman asked for my phone number so she could text me an invitation to a neighborhood ladies' coffee. Who knew? Ladies who live just one block away from me have been having coffee every month for 10 years. So far, I've attended 2 of their coffees where I've met even more ladies. And yesterday, I was invited to have breakfast with 2 of the ladies. All because I prayed, and God chose to answer my prayers. 1 John 5:14 says, "And this is a confidence that we have toward Him, that if we ask anything in accordance to His will, He hears us." So clearly, we can trust that God will answer us, as He says in Isaiah 65:4. I love this verse. "I will answer them before they even call to me, and while they are still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers." So remember to thank Him when He does.